By doing 214P in the air, Chipp throws a shuriken from the air. This is the worst projectile in Guilty Gear Strive. First off, it's an air-only projectile, meaning you have to be airborne to use it. This by itself isn't that big of a weakness. Characters like Bedman can easily get away with zoning in the air. But when you consider the properties of this move, which we'll get to, it becomes a very noticeable flaw, especially considering the bad frame data of the move. Chipp Shuriken has 22 frame startup, which is on the slower side, but where this really becomes an issue is in the end lag department, as the move has a grand total of 35 frames end lag, along with an additional 4 frames of landing lag, because he really needed those extra 4 frames of landing lag after being stuck there for over half a second. This means that if you miss the move, you're gonna get counter hit, and because you're Chipp, the character with the lowest HP in the game, you will get absolutely destroyed for whiffing this move. And it should go without saying, but the only way you're ever gonna combo out of the move is with a Roman cancel. The hitbox is also extremely small, and it can be beaten out by pretty much every move in the game, meaning that you're pretty much never gonna be able to hit the move. The reason for this is that the move actually has a hurt box, and this hurt box is like 10 times the size of the hitbox, which is horrible, and this means you're basically never gonna hit the move. And because of the former mentioned terrible amounts of end lag, you're likely to get counter hit by any move if you even throw it out. And because you're Chipp, it'll probably look something like this. But it does beat HPB if you manage to get it out in time, which is very funny in my opinion. Now by far the biggest issue with the move is that it does 10 damage. This is a death sentence for pretty much any move, as you literally do less damage than any character's 5 feet. Because yes, this is the lowest damage attack in the entire game, as it takes about 50 shurikens to kill the average character, and a whopping 75 shurikens to kill Potemkin, which is the character with the most HP in the game. This move is also on Chipp Zaneth, a super fast rushdown character with insane pressure and mix-ups. So zoning is usually suboptimal for the character, because why would you run away when you can do this? And even if you want to play like a zoner with Chipp for some reason, he has better tools for that too, like Gamma Blade. He even has a full screen super, and while airborne, Chipp has so many better options too, like JH, J2K, and JD. Not to mention having a literal tightrope for extra mix-ups in the air. So in general, you basically never want to use this move, as it's basically a free counter hit for the opponent as the character with the lowest HP in the game, along with having pretty much no reward on hit. But are there actually no use cases for Chipp Shuriken? Well, Chipp Shuriken can somewhat be usable as a mix-up against characters with bad anti-air options, and you can do weird PRC shenanigans with it, which probably isn't optimal, but it does exist. However, in pretty much all situations against all characters, using the move is a death sentence for Chipp, making it the worst projectile in Guilty Gear Strive. So what do you think of Chipp Shuriken? Is there anything I missed or any way I can improve my videos? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.